Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. Woo! My favorite's when the alpacas bring up the rear. He's ridiculous. Bruce, I don't know why you're limping. You're so kind to everybody. Morning. Good morning. Hi. Doing all right? Come here, buddy. Come here. All right. A couple things to note. When the farrier was here the other day, in case you haven't seen our last video, I'll link it down below, or it'll also be one of the suggested cards at the end of the video. But Nilda Lopez, our farrier, came down and, hang on, she got Ginger and, there's Ginger, Little Donk, all fixed up. So they're good. Here, Ruby, what's she? I think she's messing with the chickens. Get them chickens, Ruby. Get them. Is that Ruby? That's Ruby, or is that Roxy? No. Who is that? Which one is that? Gosh, you're gross. No, that's Roxy. Ruby. She got Little Donk and Ginger all fixed up. I don't want to say she ran out of time, but she kind of did. Remember, she came from 2 hours away. And like we kind of explained at the end of the video, the short version is, we've never had a farrier out here. We didn't know what to expect, you know, tying them off, that kind of stuff. So that was a learning experience for Ray and I. And we sincerely appreciate Nilda coming out and showing us, and hey, here's what to expect. Because the other thing is, the one we were really worried about was Little Donk. I was the most concerned that he would be very hard to capture, but he was the first one to follow me in there for cubes. So it ended up working out all right. Out here, oh, by the way, she did start a channel. I'm gonna link it down below. It's super cool. You're probably gonna see a lot of shorts on her channel for a little while because she's booked. You know, she does do this professionally. It's not, you know, she's new to YouTube, but she's not new to farrier services and livestock and animals and all that. Go check her out. I'll link it down below. Morning, young lady. Good morning. Good morning. But everybody's here and they're all accounted for. The only question you guys really had was, why didn't she get to more animals? And that's what I was trying to address. We just kind of ran out of time, plus Ray got hurt, which you can see more in her video because there is an update, which it'll be out the same evening. Look in the top comment, okay? That's where Ray's video will be. She did go have her hand looked at after getting bit, and she's got some story for you. The other question you guys had was about Bruce and his limping. I'm very confident. And I know people are like, man, I don't know why people say that. If you can move it, it's not broken. Da, da, da. They were saying that about Ray's hand. They say it about Bruce. But he has gotten a lot better. He's limping a lot less. Call it like I see it, Rosie. I'm just not somebody that runs my animals to the vet every time they cough, sneeze, and toot at the same time. We've got a great veterinarian. We can call or text anytime, and I can run things by him. And many of you too, that's how you've kind of told me. I mean, when you don't raise animals, you see one limping, you want to fix it, you want to help it. That's what you think. But this knucklehead right here is in no pain other than maybe a muscle strain, but he is not hurting. He runs down the hill. He's not starving. He's still breeding. I'll put it that way. Aren't you? Yep. We'll continue to keep an eye on it like we do all of them. And Patrick is going to get his tetanus shot today. Morning, Tina. Roxy. And then I did read up on the 5-way versus 7-way vaccinations. And there is a 5-way that I already have that they can all have. But I'm probably going to take him to the vet and let them do that. He said to wait till late September, early October, and he'll vax them, and that'll get us all the way through winter, all the way through next summer. And that way we kind of get on a schedule. It's not that they can't go right now, but remember, we got these animals from Lone Rock Ranch. They were already vaxxed. They were already wormed. Hang on. They were already vaxxed, already wormed, and healthy and well. So we're going to see if we can dispel something here. A lot of times on YouTube, you get to watching this creator or that creator, myself included, and this farm or that farm, and you know, you get told there's one way to do it and only one way to do it. I guess that'd be two, but you know what I'm saying. You got to remember, everybody has their own way of doing things on their own farm, and you've got to do what works best for you. We have an amazing rooster in Cowboy. He's very particular about his girls, and he wants his girls with him every single night, every single day. He's standing back here. My neighbor's got some new steers, like calves, and they're all lined up at the fence, and Cowboy's back there talking to them. So we literally put our chickens in here. As you know, we got a new coop, and everybody was saying, you got to keep your chickens locked up for like a week. I can't believe you let them out. They're going to get eaten. And 48 hours later, we'd only put 4 birds in there plus Cowboy. And at the end of that 48 hours, literally that night, we watched Cowboy usher in all the chickens, all of them. I have a short about it. Remember, sometimes it does matter what kind of rooster you got. It may matter what you do with your chickens, but all we did was let Cowboy stand in here and basically go crazy, crowing for about 48 hours. And then the next day, about 4 p.m., I raised the door, like 4 p.m. in the evening. I actually raised the coop door. Where's he at? He's back there somewhere. There he is. So proud of himself. But we raised the coop door, and he came out and collected the other 5, 6, 7 hens and took them in the auto door all by himself. So it's pretty crazy. Now, some of you guys were asking about this coop and like who's going to clean that and who cleans the run. This run, Cowboy's so loud. This run is not for Cowboy and his girls, okay? We've actually got the door closed, and they're living inside a coop the same size as the other one. And this is where they live. Somebody dropped an egg right here. But pocket omelet coming up. But yeah, this is the same size coop that we had. It's an 8x8. I think it's about 8.5 tall, or 7.5, 8 feet tall with the rafters and the sheeting and metal and all that. But it's should have brought a carton. But yeah, it took them no time at all to start laying in this coop. I mean, no time. And then the run Kind of all over the place here. Hang on. Whew. Sorry about that. Had to ditch the hoodie. Started out at 61 degrees this morning, but it's warming up. We have an 8x8 coop, big enough for about 30 birds, based on the roosting space and things like that. And we don't, you know, we probably won't ever run 30 birds in here, but it will hold them. And yeah, the run is then 8x12. So plenty of room in there. Now we just got to find Miss Ray the chickens that she wants, the babies. Yeah, look at all these eggs. Woo! Morning. I threw 3 on the ground. I think there's 23 over there. So yeah, a little over 2 dozen eggs. If we do put a fence around it, what I'll do is probably get those, I think they're, are they horse panels? That are like the little 3/4, is that right? Or maybe hog panels, I'm not sure. The price of panels has absolutely blown me away. I have a video making a goat pen, and I think it may have been like my 10th video ever. And I'm talking over 3 years ago. And I made a goat pen for 2 goats that we had, Mama and Erso. And panels were like $15. I'm talking about a cattle panel, $15 for a panel. Now they're like 30 bucks. That's just crazy. I don't know what they are in your guys' area, but they're like $30 for a panel. But those, of course, have bigger squares. What I'd like to get is some with the smaller squares, and then maybe put like a ramp or something. Or, no, you know what I'll do? Bruce, get away from the truck. Get away from the truck. That's the quickest way. Yeah, get away from the truck. But what I'll do, probably put some of those small panels around it and then put a gate in so that the chickens can go in and out of the gate, if that makes sense. And that way, if we do put anything in here, they're at least covered or safe. I was kind of worried about one chicken. She's right there. Let me zoom in. That's my favorite chicken, man. That's a Penna de Cinca. They got like blue legs. They're like dark chocolate brown eggs. So it's pretty cool. But I was worried about her. I didn't see her for the first 2 days. But they're incredibly fast. Or at least ours is. She runs so much quicker than the other birds. I mean, just runs. That's my favorite spot on the farm. Ray knows if I'm like not answering. Rosie, you dead? Rosie. You just taking a bath? Taking a little dust bath? What you doing? Huh? You don't have to get up. Okay, sorry. My bad. My bad. Look at the little baby. Mama ain't afraid of nothing, man. She just spit right in Bunny's face. She's eating those cubes and she ain't moving. Let's see if she moves June. Talking about the white alpaca. See what June does here in a second. That's the spit face. That's the I don't like what you're doing face. She knows better, but she's still gonna stand there and get as close as she can. And don't kid yourself too. So Mama's been a mom 3 times, twice on this farm. So don't kid yourself. There is an animal hierarchy even outside their species. So yes, June's a mom and she's got a little bit more protective than she was in the past. Like a little more like before Frank was born, I was like petting June. I mean, I really think I could have sat on June and rode her around the farm. That's how gentle she was. Since Frank hit the ground, nope. Now she doesn't search us out like her sister Tessie did. Tessie used to literally, like, if you were just standing here, she'd come get right up on your hip and try and push you around the farm. June doesn't do that. She's more like Tipsy, where She just wants you to know that, hey, I'm the alpha cow. So about our temperatures and just what's going on the farm, the temperatures are staying 90 and below, which truly feels like a cold front. So it's pretty cool, but pardon the pun. But we're pretty excited, pretty content right now. Beautiful coop, beautiful truck. Animals God gifted us with. This land, my goodness. Oh, Kodak moment, if anybody knows what that is anymore. Is Kodak a company? Can you still buy, like, are they publicly owned still? That brings me to another point. Hey, Sonny, I'm gonna go get you some water right now, lady. Hang on. That brings me to another point about Nilda, the farrier we use. And again, if you haven't seen our most recent video, go watch it, because we actually got Little Donk in our chute. Our 8700 series from ArrowQuip, huge thanks to them. We're able to run donkeys through there, goats, anything. So I could put a 8-point buck in there. If I wonder, hey, you with me? I think we need some deer feed. That brings me to another point about the farrier. When we got our alpacas over a year ago, our first alpacas on the farm, we called Marty Hoffman, and he came down and he did the shearing, worming, nail trim, teeth trim, all that stuff. He did all that for us on our alpacas. Well, fast forward like 3 weeks, and Marty books like a month or two in advance. Fast forward a couple of weeks and we had more alpacas. So it was kind of tough, because we were like, man, you know, do we get them sheared? What do we do? So, seatbelt alarm. Oh, and by the way, somebody sent us, where's it at? You know, one of my gripes with this truck, first world problems, is the seatbelt alarm dings, and you guys were like, hey, buckle it and then get in. That works, but it is kind of annoying, because then when I get in the last time, again, I stress first world problems, and I'll get back to my alpaca shear problem here in a second. But you sent me one of these and it doesn't match, unfortunately. Whoop. You guys sent Ray and I both one of these. It was very, very kind of you. But unfortunately, and I didn't know this either, there are like 80 gajillion, that's a number, look it up, 80 gajillion combinations of the seatbelt fitting. So unfortunately that won't work, but I sincerely appreciate it. And we ordered the correct ones, but I'm also going to keep this on my key ring just because you guys sent that to me, and I sincerely appreciate you guys looking out for us like that. But we had alpacas and we got them sheared, and then we bought 2 more alpacas like 3 weeks later, and we couldn't get Marty back out here. So they thankfully weren't like overgrown and needing shearing, so they just kept their hair, and we made it through winter and everybody was okay. But we really want a couple of more donkeys, and we really want to set up some designated pens, and I don't want to have Nilda out here to take care of everybody, pay the trip charge and stuff like that. But it's not the money. If you don't have the money, don't get the animals. But if you have more that she can do at once, the trip charge is less, and that's just shearing. That's whether it's shearing or the veterinarian. I mean, the veterinarian charges like, I don't know, $100 to come to the farm, but he'll do as many animals as you've got. But if you have 1 or 100, it's still $100 to come to the farm. Now, Dr. Huff's not been out here. I don't know what the vet trip charge is, but that's just what I'm saying. What we want to do is get our animals, we want to get our ducks in a row and get all the animals we want. And also, heading into winter is really a good time to kind of, I don't want to say thin your herd or cull your herd, but it is. You know, if you're like, we've got CJ. CJ's getting pretty big. He's pretty stinking ornery. I don't know that I'm going to run him through the winter. He's not a massive longhorn. Like, he's not going to produce much meat, but we also have the option to trade a bull for CJ. Now that window's closing because Lone Rock Ranch will make a move regardless. But anyway, we're just trying to make sure that we don't, you know, we're learning, right? We're learning. You know, last time we got alpacas, we had them sheared. Yay, got them sheared. And we bought 2 more alpacas that needed shearing. So this time what we're trying to do is kind of just do it in the right order, make sure we get everything how it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? I bet you $100 that's where they were last night.
Where are they?
See them?
Oh. My goodness.
Hey, what do you do? Listen, don't do everything Maggie tells you, okay? My goodness.
Come here, Annie. Oh, it's a good girl. Yeah, come here. Good job. Yes, good job. He's a good girl. You're such a good girl. I know.
Woo! What's going on? We just watched Ray's video. Thank y'all for being there. And I wanted to show you what I've been doing since you guys saw that. Hang on a minute. Woo! Little bush hogging. Little bush hogging. It is just crazy hot. It's 88 but it feels like a 94 and the air is just dead. There's no rain in sight. Oh, check this out. Case has got t-shirts. It says stay frosty and then there's a screaming donkey. So that's pretty slick. You can find them in our merch store. It's always linked down below. There's also a merch shelf. All the shirts, and they do tell us, like the company we work with, all the shirts that are cases that you guys buy, all that goes to Case. Okay, they do categorize them for me. I just can't set him up a separate store because he's not 18. But yeah, if you guys want to support Case, there's some cool stuff down below. What else? Let's drive down here because I hear everybody mooing over here by the fence that we just fixed. What are you doing? Get back over here. Sonny, there's not even cows over there now. Yeah, June. No bueno, June. Roll the window up before we start a dust cloud. Let me pull over here out of the way. I don't know if they'll leave me alone or if they're gonna assume I have cubes. I don't know. Hang on a second. Yep, they're following me. Hey, it's not, we don't need food. You got, no. Y'all don't need any more food. Just need to show the people the truck bed cover. Hang on a minute. So yeah, check this out here. Let me turn the engine off. Woo. I turned the air conditioning off, and because it's a hybrid, it'll get really quiet here in a second. Hey, back up. Back up. Shh. Shh. Get back. Come on. No. Bruce, go on. Hey, psst, go. Go somewhere. Hey, no, come on, man. I think he thought I was one of the cows. All right, listen. As Ray mentioned in one of her videos, just kidding. The roof is definitely not rated to do that. But check this out, man. This cover is from Diamondback. I have always wanted a Diamondback bed cover, always. There's a guy named, well, his channel name's Last Line of Defense, and I've been watching that dude for like, it's gotta be close to 10 years. It's gotta be. And he does a lot of stuff to his Tundra and his Tacoma, which is funny because I never gave the Tundra a thought until this year, even though Last Line of Defense always has one. Huge shout out to Diamondback. This is not an official review. I want to have it for like a month before I actually talk to you guys about it, but they sent me one, they sent Ray one. Can't thank them enough. They sent us some goodies, some merch. What is wrong with that goat? My goodness. He's gonna do it again, get ready. Oh my goodness. She's okay. She's been eating like mulberries or something. Pokeberries. He's showing out now. Anyway, look at this thing. I can't make this up. I'm just trying to close the video. I was sitting with Ray in the house watching her video with you guys, and I come back here to this. What, dude? You're so weird. Anyway, Diamondback, the toughest bed covers you can buy, bar none. Okay, took about 20 minutes to install, and I don't want to say the other company's name, but I've had some really nice bed covers on my trucks, but trust me, Diamondback's where it's at. If you want something rock solid, you can park a four-wheeler on top of that thing and haul your ATV around, or your UTV. They've even got like a standard and a heavy duty. I don't even know all the stuff they've got, but they've got like racks and all kinds of stuff. They sent me one too for it's a pew pew holder, but I'll show you in a later video. But yeah, this is their new switchback. Check it out. And where's it at? There's a handle there, right there, and then this flips up and flips up one more as well. I can't do it with one hand. Gotta bear with me. But stay tuned for the official video, like official video. I want to use this thing and see what it's like. Now, despite what you may hear, I don't know that there's actually a true waterproof bed cover, okay? I don't know that that exists. A camper shell, yes. True waterproof bed cover, especially if you're wanting to like go through a power washer, like an automatic, you're gonna be pretty hard pressed to find something that's actually truly waterproof. But Diamondback, they get close enough that I trust putting my feed back here, because you know when feed gets wet, first off, it's rank. And then secondly, no good. They won't eat it. Just give it to the chickens or the pigs. It's definitely not any good at that point. So yeah, super cool. Literally took me like 20 minutes to install it. I mean, mine and Ray's. Like, they come with some clamps. Did you hear that? It's a hybrid. It's running, but it's not. I'm still amazed by this truck. I really am. So weird. But anyway, yeah, it is definitely ranch and farm tough. That is for sure. But I want to own it. I want to have it for like a month. Run it through the car wash with a bag of feed in the back, see how it does. All this is attached. That's weather stripping. And then these channels actually interlock. I'll show you that too. So if you do get water on top, it's kind of like a tract that runs out. Okay, don't quote me on the exact science. But then if you want to tie something down, or if you flip all of them back, they do flip up this far. And then there's a ratchet strap that they provide that you can pin them down to the top. They pretty much thought of everything, but that's because they've been doing it for a while. And the best part is they're made in America. Just like my Toyota, you Gomers, San Antonio. Actually, this is actually made in America. This is like, got one of them stickers on it that says assembled in America with foreign parts. So not everything comes from America in this Toyota. Sorry. If you're watching this on any kind of device, you didn't buy it in America either. Bruce, dude. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. I cannot believe June didn't light him up. I'm actually surprised. Whew, man, that took some stones, dude. But he's healthy and well. Thanks for the prayers for Ray and her hand. Little Donk did get the best of her. Gave her a pretty good little chomp, but true story, man. If little Donk would have bit my hand, I'd still be laying over there waiting on my mom to come pick me up. Ray bike barely flinched. She even waited for a second or two to see if he would just let go before she told us that she needed a little bit of help. I married a tough one, let's put it that way. We started off the morning down here, might as well finish it right here. This view, man. I can't thank y'all enough. Stay tuned for more information. Case of shirts down below. Diamondback bed covers link down below. Ray's channel link down below. And what a blessing. What a blessing this life is, amen. Y'all be good, don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces. See you guys.